My name is Kenny. I'm 28 this year.
My name is Joyce. I'm also 28 this year.
We met as colleagues in our first job. She came to me as someone that is not very on the ball. She came to me as someone who is too laid back and not too serious about her work.
For me, my impression of Kenny was not good right from the start. He was pretty aloof. Even his handshake can tell that he was not interested to be my friend. To me, I felt that it was to me, directed at me for some reason. Yeah, and also because our job functions, we have to coordinate with each other a couple of times. I think as I was new, I didn't perform very well initially, and then him as at the other end of the teams that are coordinating my mistakes. I think there were a couple of brush-ins and yeah, so I feel that he was not a nice guy. Yeah. So things improved only when my direct supervisor asked me out one day, to have dinner and then drink, so that we will get to know each other a bit better, because usually we'll interact only in office. So we decided on one day that we'll do that. But it so happens that she was on leave that day, so she will have to join me after work directly at the place to meet. So and we agreed that we should involve more colleagues in the office, and somehow we managed to only identify Kenny as the most suitable colleague to join us. So basically I spent the whole day bugging him to join us, and eventually he agreed. We spent a good 3 hours after that, just having dinner and hanging out, because we actually waited for a long time before my supervisor, my colleague, before she came by to meet us. So unwittingly, we actually spent 3 hours with each other, and then that really helped to bridge a better understanding between us, for example. Yeah.
I guess it's a common interest, and I find that she is filial and very cheerful and caring. So subsequently we went out for group outings, then eventually ended up going out for dates, for dinners,
and then subsequently individually for movies. So that's where we I guess started to like each other a bit more. Yeah. When we got together, obviously, actually even prior to getting together, when we were starting to hang out more often after work or on weekends, things really got better at work. I mean, he was obviously looking out for me a lot more.
Yeah, it was very biased, because I really cut her a lot of slack.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes he would take over certain tasks that I have to do,
So we have been together for 5 years and 9 months, and yes, I've proposed to her this year. The proposal was supposed to be during New Year's Eve, so we had a picnic and we were supposed to watch fireworks, and I was supposed to propose there and then, but the day it was raining, so the venue was muddy. It was very crowded, it was very noisy, so we literally have to shout at each other to communicate. And the atmosphere was really very bad, because everyone was cheering during the fireworks, so I couldn't propose there. And so we left the venue. While driving her home, I was thinking that I have to propose that day, but I just didn't think of anywhere else. So I drove her back. We parked at the multi-story car park, and I proposed in the multi-story car park. I gave her the roses. I took it out from the boot. It was 99 roses, so I guess she was quite surprised, but she didn't think much of it. And eventually I told her that's small, and I got down on one knee and I took out the ring box. The ring box has been in my pocket for the whole night. Yeah, so eventually I got down on one knee, I proposed, and she said yes.
Yeah, so I actually didn't suspect anything, because even though that day he was really exceptionally nice and very dressed up as compared to me, I felt a little bit cheated, by the way, that I was not as dressed up as him. So, but yet I didn't suspect that, I didn't see the proposal coming. I just thought that he actually wanted me to have a very memorable New Year's Eve together. So, it was only at a car park where he told me to close my eyes. He presented me with the flowers that I was suspecting something. But I think it was also because I was too tired. It was by then 2 a.m. in the morning, and all I wanted is a good rest and a good sleep. So when he later got down on one knee and presented me with the ring, I had this so out of body experience where I think everything else I just tuned out, because I didn't quite believe. I even asked him a couple of times, like, "Oh, are you joking? Are you kidding me?" So I don't actually remember what he said at all. But yes, anyway, I said yes after hesitating for 5 to 6 seconds, because I felt like it was a very, very serious decision and serious moment at that point of time. very different from those movies. Yeah. So, but I said yes. It was a natural answer to me because I would have said yes. Yeah.
To me, love is where you put your partner's well-being, her happiness as a top priority. Is way above your own. So in order to make her happy, for her to feel well and stuff, you might have to give up some things that is important to yourself, but you just have to put her higher than your own priorities and your other priorities.
So for me, I think love is when two people are together, regardless of the situation or venue or occasion, and yet, they can feel contentment, joy, and bliss with each other, whether, you're in a hawker center or you're just in a fine dining restaurant, or even, just doing the boring stuff like watching TV at home. You just feel that, having each other by your side is enough.